Cholesterol, but first you have to know you have a problem. Oftentimes there are no symptoms until it's too late. Medications can help buy you some time, but you need to be aware of how to take them and possible side effects. Please welcome HEB pharmacist Gina Eubank to tell us how to do that. Hello. All right, we mentioned how Keith earlier got rid of taking all of his medications. And as a pharmacist, your point is these medications can help you bridge the gap while you're making those important life changes.
Oh, definitely. And, you know, medications, they're not all evil. It's just you have to know how to use them, and it doesn't necessarily mean it's a lifetime commitment.
Yeah, or it doesn't necessarily mean that you take the medication and keep eating the food you're eating.
Oh,
right?
heavens no. Or, you know, like we've discussed before, people will think, oh, I'm going to have a cheeseburger, so I'll have 2 cholesterol pills.
Yeah,
no.
exactly. All right, speaking of cholesterol, those are the what we call statin class of medications that sometimes people take for cholesterol?
That's one of them. And statins, they've come out with now where there are additional side effects that they were not aware of before. It can cause memory loss. A big one is muscle weakness in the legs, and also it's really hard on the liver, so your doctor needs to monitor your liver, and it can contribute to type 2 diabetes and elevate the blood glucose.
With that said, why would a patient take those certain cholesterol medications? Is it because you kind of weigh the differences?
Yes, you weigh out risk versus benefit on that. And of course, while the person is on those medications, you're monitoring for those other side effects to make sure it's not occurring. So the patient, while they're on those medications, they can make lifestyle changes and eventually get off of those.
And those medications can kind of slow down that damage while they're making those changes.
Definitely, because, I mean, the risk is that you could have, you know, a heart attack, stroke, all of those things. And so and with cholesterol, you think of it as like a pipe for plumbing. And inside, all that gunk builds up. And so you want to slow that down because then all the blood gets backed up behind it.
Here's one reason why it's just important to have a relationship with your pharmacist, is that a lot of times we can have symptoms because of these, like you mentioned some of the symptoms because of taking these drugs. If you have those symptoms, a lot of us will go self-medicate to address the symptoms or go to a doctor and say, I've got this problem, and they'll get another prescription for symptoms, but they can interact and cause other problems.
Oh, definitely. And, you know, I get really frustrated with people that go to multiple doctors and they don't tell the doctors what they're on, and then they go to multiple pharmacies, because we're here to help you. And if we know all the medications you're on, you know, I don't want you to start out with one medication, develop some side effects, and then end up on 10 more, because it's a cascade of chasing the side effects.
Right. If you go to one place, you have the big picture. Time-release niacin can cause like flush skin, liver toxicity, tummy ache, itching, increase in blood glucose levels, as you mentioned. Let's move on to high blood pressure medications. Again, there can be some side effects with those, but as you said, risk versus benefits.
And with that, there's so many options on cholesterol medications and high blood pressure. So if you're experiencing side effects, be sure, call your doctor, call your pharmacist, so we can tell you. Like with blood pressure, one of them is a dry cough. And, you know, a lot of people, it's a tickle, and they'll think, oh, it's allergies. We live in Houston.
Right.
And so they'll self-medicate over the counter. But there's not any congestion. It's just a tickle. And it ends up being their high blood pressure medication.
Yeah, and of course, if you have any issues with your heart or anything like that, then you're adding all the you know, other allergy medications and cough syrups and stuff to it. You can cause other problems.
Another drug interaction. It can cause, high blood pressure medication can cause depression, fatigue, lightheadedness, rapid heart rate. I mean, there's a multitude of symptoms. So I really need people to be aware of their bodies and their symptoms, so that when they start taking a medication, the whole purpose is to make you feel better while you make those lifestyle changes. And, you know, and don't ignore the pink elephant in the living room. You know, I mean, you know, you've got to get to the root cause of it.
If something changes, talk to your pharmacist, say, I'm having this. Could that be an interaction with? Or you can look it up. If they go to your pharmacy, you can look it up and say, you know, that might be because of. Because how many of us are actually reading those things that come with their medication, right? Do you read every little detail on there?
Well, and on those, it's the general one. Who says you're not going to be the 1% or the 0.1? So, you know, that's why it's so important. Pick up the phone, call us. If you develop something new, call us. I mean, we'll let you know.
You mentioned earlier that a lot of people go around having no idea that they have high blood pressure, cholesterol issues, type 2 diabetes. You all have a thing called Second Saturday screenings.
Yes.
Tell us what happens there that could at least make us aware.
Well, the thing that I I really love about this is 1 in 3 people have high blood pressure and they're not even aware.
Correct.
So they can go by HEB and then get a free blood pressure screening, free glucose. They can get a total lipid panel, which gives them their total cholesterol for $3.99.
Oh, wow.
I mean, that's incredible. That's $4.
Yeah.
I mean,
as
come
you
on,
always say,
folks.
know your numbers.
Yes.
So again, this Saturday, HEB pharmacies are all offering free blood pressure and glucose screenings to check for diabetes. That takes place from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. You can also get that special pricing for cholesterol and lipid panel test. You can find out more at heb.com/pharmacy, heb.com/pharmacy, and at least know where you stand so you can start to get healthy. Gina, thank you very much.
Thank you.
No energy, weight gain, forgetfulness, even depression and hair loss. Our next guest felt like she was slowly dying. Find out how she got her groove back next.